Welcome to what I suspect is episode 116 of the Super Chevy Brothers podcast. You're here with your host.
I didn't hear any music.
So you waited?
I didn't know until you started talking.
You didn't hear nothing.
If it happened, okay.
I mean, it did happen.
Okay.
Well,
Does that mean I don't hear anything?
no, you just kind of ruined the intro we were doing.
I'm so sorry.
What do you think I was doing? Just standing here?
Yeah,
Just like...
that's kind of what you do.
No, that's not what I do. I don't. I was getting the.
I'm sorry.
Episode 116 of the Super Chevy Brothers podcast. I'm your host, Shavar, joined by the other host, Mom. Besides ruining the intro to the podcast,
Make sure it's recording.
It is recording.
Okay.
That of course it's recording. That's what we've been doing. When I pushed the button for the music, you saw me push the button. If you didn't hear music, you should have been like, "Hey."
So is there something wrong with my headphone?
There's no.
What?
You just didn't relay information to me.
So that means I won't be able to hear my music?
You'll be able to hear all the music. Didn't tell me.
Okay.
Should have said, I don't hear anything.
So you said...
How's your week been?
It's been a week. It's been a long, very grueling week. And it's been a good weekend. I think I've kind of rested a bit. How about you?
It's been okay. I'm doing a new job. Kind of frustrating.
What makes it frustrating? People like me?
No, there's a guy who we'll refer to as Thomas, okay?
Oh, be careful. You want to keep that job for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'm just talking about Thomas.
Okay.
Thomas, no one knows what job I'm doing now, okay? Look, I'm training with groups of people, okay?
Oh,
Thomas,
you're in training. I know how that goes. Okay.
Thomas
we could peg this person.
Is also training. And
does he know everything?
Thomas knows everything, but also doesn't listen to anything.
Yeah. That guy.
You'll hear him sometimes. He forgets to mute his mic and he's playing video games in the background. Or so there's this thing we do in training where you do practice work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get a scenario, you'll do it,
right,
and then the next person does a scenario. But in this case, we're doing the same scenarios, and for some reason, I've always been the one to get the scenario fresh, and he's always been the one to follow up and do the same scenario. Except when I get the scenario, I'll do the scenario and whatever mistakes I make or don't make or whatever we talk about, and then it's Thomas's turn. And then Thomas makes more mistakes.
Oh my gosh!
He makes the same mistakes.
Oh my gosh!
It's literally, there'll be a thing where it's like, okay, well, one of the mistakes is, or one good thing you did was you put the blue circle into the blue box with 4 blue circles, because of course that's where blue circles go. Okay,
right.
It's Thomas's turn. Thomas says, "This circle." I'm just gonna put it. I'm gonna put in the red box for the red squares, and then he's like, "Oh, how was I supposed to know that?" Because
he's playing video games, and he probably listens to our show,
and he's drawing. He's drawing and playing video games and whatever else he's doing and installing stuff on his PC, and we finally got to take not practice situations. We got to actually work and do the things, and he was horrible. Thomas was, but every call he was so excited. He's like, I don't want to do this watching stuff. I want to get in there. That's how you really learn. And then we got in there and he's like, this is stupid. I can't believe anyone does this.
He's saying that with the trainer?
I'm so happy I'm going to leave this job soon. This is just my first stop on my way to be. I'm gonna be an IT wizard.
I doubt if he'll be any type of wizard.
Well, he's gonna be a wizard, and he's gonna quit it and then go into video game design. while all yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, past that.
Yeah. Thomas,
Thomas,
you can hear us. We're
no.
not really talking to Thomas, but
Thomas did calls. He did the situations,
he did.
and he did them horribly. Like one person just asked like a basic question,
Okay.
and he went and gave them this encyclopedia of stuff, and didn't do, it. It should have taken like 2 minutes. It took five,
Oh my.
and then after the situation was done, he's like, "I did great there, didn't I?"
He's positive.
And the worst part is that no one says anything. No one says like, "Hey, that wasn't. You got to do." He's like coughing and he's talking to the people like it's just horrible.
Okay. But is training over now? Okay.
So I got more of this coming.
Except you might be saying goodbye to Thomas.
No, they're gonna let Thomas stay
Why?
because that's
They
how.
need people.
Yeah,
That's how the job market is. So I pity the company that gets Thomas.
I pity Thomas because
Thomas
Thomas
is fine.
is also. Look,
He's unique.
if I gave you personal information about Thomas, it'd be like, oh, okay, I got it. I know what kind of person.
I already
If I told
do.
you where he's from
You don't have to.
and if it was bad, you'd be like, okay,
You don't
I
have
see.
to.
I'm not. But man, that it's kind of frustrating being. And I'm like, okay, when are we gonna switch? When is he gonna get to do all the screw ups first,
Right.
and not second, and then I get to just blow? I mean, if it's literally copy paste, all you gotta do is copy paste what the guy before you did.
But don't you get it? They know you're good,
That's fine.
and they are trying to train him,
That's fine.
so
I
it makes you
understand
look
that.
better.
I understand that. But I'm also like, I don't. I kind of like that the way that this particular job is. It is isolated. I don't really have to interact very much with other people because of working remote and all that stuff.
Right.
Because I hate working with people who are bad at their jobs. It's
Yeah.
one of the most annoying things. Because it's okay to be bad at your job just because you're bad at it.
Right.
It's not. It's like if your job and you're a crane worker and you're a double amputee and you're bad at your job because that's you just are, and you can't help that, right?
Right.
But then if you've got two arms and you're bad at your crane operator job, I'm not liking it. What's wrong?
I don't know why I have a headphone on if I can't.
What are you supposed to be hearing right now?
I don't know. You, I
Okay,
guess.
can you hear this?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right, turn it off. Let's
It's
finish
fine.
talking about Thomas. Because
I don't want to talk about Tom.
well, it's your moment, you know.
That's my week.
Okay.
Other than that,
You had a frustrating week.
it's frustrating.
Well, I'm also doing things around the house, so that's a good thing.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's talk about the good stuff. Is this movie time already?
Yeah.
This is Bob's Movie Corner, starring
All right. Thank you for the introduction. This week we had an action-packed movie. Fast X. I don't know why they just didn't name it Fast and Furious 22 or something.
Well, they keep switching back. Like the first movie was The Fast and the Furious.
The Fast
right?
and the Furious.
And then the second movie was
Fast and Furious
no,
2.
No.
What was it?
It was a great name, actually.
What was it?
It was Too Fast, Too Furious.
Too Fast and Furious, yeah.
Too Fast.
Too Fast.
Too Furious.
Too Furious.
Because it was the second one.
Yeah.
And then the third one was
Three Fast.
Three Fast.
And Breakfast.
And then I think somewhere between 4, 6, 7,
Uh-huh.
and 8, one of these was called. I think I forgot a number in there. one of those was called The Fast and the Furious.
Yes, again.
And then somewhere else they just started calling like
Fast
Fast
and-
7,
right.
Fast 8, Fast.
And now
9.
it's Fast X.
And now it's Fast 10,
Right.
Fast X.
Right.
I want to hear what you thought of the movie before I tell you what I thought of the movie because it's your review thing. But
Okay, I'm gonna bring in a special guest.
uh,
All right, because I had a witness at the movie, not you and Kalonika this time, but I had Dad at the movie, and I want to include him.
go
So
put it up to the mic,
yeah, we're gonna call Dad in on this one.
front of the mic, not the top.
All right, Dad, we're gonna include you on this review for
Mhm.
Fast X. Say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so we were prepared for excitement, which
We did get that.
you got excitement for car crashes. Did we get that?
Sure. A lot,
And
of, a lot of excitement.
and
Car
ev-
crashes. And,
even plane crashes, right?
yeah.
We were prepared for drama and the family stuff, right?
Yes.
We probably weren't prepared for Rita Moreno because I didn't know what Vin Diesel's origin was. He's just like the whatever guy in whatever
Yeah.
movie he's in. So now he's, Hispanic origin.
Hispanic.
Okay.
Hispanic, yeah.
So I'm like, okay, Rita Moreno, and she was there. And they had John
Well,
Cena.
his last name is a Spanish name.
Yeah, but we're not there. We're going somewhere with this. Hold tight,
Okay.
Dad. So then we get John Cena and just random stars thrown in. What's the guy, the bad guy, the crazy guy, beats up everybody?
Aquaman,
Well, Aquaman was a star. He was the villain,
right?
right?
Who else?
The karate guy,
Frank.
Crank guy. What's his name? I had it. Anyway, he's in there. Everybody's in there. So it's like a war going on the whole time. And I have to say,
Jason Statham.
Excitement, thrills, blowing up things till we get to the end. Now, this is going to be a spoiler, so if you haven't seen it, shut off the mic or the earbuds for about 10 minutes because we got some stuff to say here. We get to the end of the movie, and what happens?
What happened was he was left open. This is the end of your torture. That's what he said.
Right.
We're not going to torture you anymore. We're going to just eliminate
Now
you.
it's time for you and your son to die.
To die. And there was an explosion. And right after you see him coming out of the water.
Okay,
That's,
sort of that. Okay.
Okay, so are you trying to get to the? Did you not understand that?
no,
there's a
I did
second part?
not understand what happened.
No, we
not-
did not understand. We
So you
sat
didn't
there.
understand that it's leading to a part 2 of the same movie.
They did not give that impression.
Well,
Even
the
though
impression-
we sat through the rolling, what'd you call them thingies? The credits. And then he's talking to The Rock.
The Rock.
So what I want to know is what happened to the rest of the crew?
The
You'll
crew went
find
down
out, you'll
in
find
the
out in the
plane.
next movie.
See, they gave no.
The crew didn't go down. The plane was just floating off into
No, it blew up in the mountain.
It blew up. The plane blew up.
So what happened to the crew?
We don't know, and that is my point. In
Well,
this,
okay, but
and Tavares like, oh, because there's a part 2.
okay.
How
See,
are we
this
supposed
feels,
to know
this
that?
feels like it's 6 years, 7, 8 years ago when Endgame came out. And Mom called me at the end of the movie, like, "What is this? Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Did you watch the end of the movie?"
I hated
it.
that.
It literally says there's a part 2.
Did this one say part 2?
Well, obviously there was a part 2, and the only reason why you know there was a part 2 is when The Rock came on and said something about.
Well,
it's
even
not
but
gonna-
the end,
No,
you don't
that's
you don't
not
know
how
if the
you
guy
know.
dies either.
That's not
right?
how you know. See, I knew I shouldn't have called that because you guys always gang up on me. Okay.
No.
There
I'm
was no
telling you.
part 2 indicator given.
The indicator is that the movie didn't end. That's the indicator.
It
Why would
could
you
have
go see
ended.
Why would you go see half a movie?
Right. Just like the Endgame movie. That was a half a movie. I thought we were
That was
done.
a full 3-hour movie that said there's a part 2.
Well, this one did not say
Did
that.
not say it was a part 2.
Thank you. There's my witness.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you both know early. The next Mission Impossible is a two-parter.
Thank
The
you.
next Spider-Man cartoon is a two-parter, and Fast is a two-parter.
Okay, that makes me feel better. At least I know what I'm looking forward to.
Well, that is a thing. The Avengers thing, everyone knew it was gonna be two parts. They said it
Well,
before it came
everyone
out.
didn't,
Well, the
apparently.
Fast
Well,
thing,
this
I
movie
thought
just
this was
left
the
us
last
hanging.
one.
You don't know, I mean, whether it was going to be a two-part or not. Well, now that I know, because I thought this was the last of the Fast and Furious.
Same here, because that's how they advertised it, right?
Right, yes. And I thought this was going to be the last one, so why
I
would I
think the
look for a part
tagline is
two?
"The Fate of the Furious," right?
The fate of the Fury. Right, like this is the end.
Okay,
Right.
so with all that you know, are you gonna watch the next one?
Hell no.
Well, I want to see how it ends.
Well, you can tell me about it. I might watch it. I don't know. I just wish I'd known that's what it was.
Me too. If I'd known, I wouldn't have went. I'd just wait on the second one.
Exactly. Binge Fast X and Fast X Part 2. All right. Well,
So-
thank you so much, invited guest.
You're welcome. I'm guy later.
Okay. Thanks. Bye. All right. So
Okay, so
now we're learning. I was supposed to do a John Wick review, which I will do next week, I promise. Now they're talking about oh. Okay. It is. I'm excited. They're talking about a John Wick 5.
well, stay on the Fast and Furious.
I'm
'cause
done.
That's what you're talking about.
Okay.
Right now.
So I just want to say I did enjoy the movie. The characters are the characters. I
Okay.
mean, they just are who they are, and they're not as likable anymore because, it's like, grow up. They don't change. They're the same old characters. But it was what you expect it to be: action, adventure, and fun. But the end was just excruciating.
So I think the last Fast and Furious movie I saw was like Fast and Furious 4 or 5. I don't know.
That's probably me too.
There's a Tokyo one.
Yes, I
and
saw
then
that.
I saw maybe the one after the Tokyo.
Ditto.
And then I didn't see anything else after that. So I
Nice.
missed 7 and 8 and 9, and I may have seen 5 or 6. Okay?
But you
So-
didn't miss a beat, did you?
No, there's a lot. I didn't. Okay, so before I watched the 10,
Uh-huh.
I went on the streaming platforms, which it doesn't make sense, right? The new Transformer movie comes out. Wouldn't it be smart to put all the freaking movies on the stream so people go watch your streaming? No, I had to like skip 1 and 2, find 7, and download 8. It's a crazy. Anyway, I went and watched Fast 9, the one before 10.
Okay.
The one we're reviewing. I didn't know the guy's wife died. I didn't know that Charlize Theron killed them, whatever.
Oh, I didn't know that
I-
either. I kind of surmised
Last
that.
time I watched,
Yeah.
what's the little Mexican lady?
Not Rita.
That her name's
Letty.
Letty in the show, in
Yeah.
the movie. What's her name? The actress?
I forget.
Whatever her name. And last time I watched, she was dead and gone.
She died like 4 times.
Whatever.
And that's another
Didn't
thing.
know John Cena was Dominican.
Yeah, he all of a sudden became half Dominican.
So I watched 9, and the movies are like they're pure schlock.
Yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
the
Garbage.
There's the realism is gone.
Yeah, that's
And the movies know it, but they don't like. I don't know. It's
well, it's like the action that could never ever happen. It's like the kid between cars. Really?
yeah. It's the scene where the kid jumps between 2 cars while they're going like 100 miles an hour and swerving.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, like if I'm watching Iron Man, I know he's a man, a billionaire in a suit with guns and flying. Like we're starting off at a point
Right.
that's already in the stratosphere. This movie is about people who drive cars
Yeah.
and happen to be secret agents of the government.
Right.
And one of them is Spider-Man with a car. This is what the first trick he does. Well, he does a lot of tricks.
Yes.
But one of the things he does is he launches a car off of a bridge into a crane, turns the crane all the way around,
To stop.
bounces the car off the crane, maybe like 100 yards onto a rail, and he's still driving, no whiplash,
Yeah.
no scars. Don't. I was surprised that after he fell in the water, he was wet. Because
Yeah.
these people are like
Those
invincible in
scars,
this movie.
scratches, nothing. Yeah.
And then what really I didn't. Okay, I'm fine with schlock. You can enjoy stupidity.
Yeah.
We watched John Wick the other day, and how many times should he have died? Probably like 10.
Every time they shot him.
1,000.
Yeah,
times,
right.
But you can enjoy it. This one thing that really got me was like, okay, so the plot of the movie is an old character that we never saw in an older movie,
Right.
From Final Fantasy, or not Fast and Furious.
But
7.
they brought him in as if we had
They
seen
brought
him.
him in. Well, we didn't see him, but they brought him in as if he were there.
Right.
And now he's back for revenge, and he's gonna kill Vin Diesel's family because Vin Diesel killed his family.
I think
okay?
that was some good CGI, maybe.
Yeah, they made them all younger.
Made them all
And-
younger. Made them be there when they weren't there to begin with. Because when they stole the vault, they really did that in the movie.
Right.
And he wasn't there.
No,
And then at the
wasn't.
end of the movie, not only was he not there, somebody else wasn't there that was there.
Right. Yeah. So with that, okay. And it's like, okay, Vin Diesel, he's gonna go kill this guy because this guy wants to kill Vin Diesel's family.
Right.
But when you realize, you get to like the point where you're 2 hours in the movie and you realize bad guy hasn't killed any of his family yet.
None of them.
None of them. Zero.
They're
of them.
all killing everybody else.
He's killed like a lot of other people,
Right.
Except the people he's threatened to kill.
Right.
And it's like, why is he so angry? I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know,
Well, there's a plot why he's angry,
It's like,
but it's contrived because we didn't know that.
It's not contrived.
It didn't
is
happen.
contrived, but it's okay.
Okay.
You can do things that happen on screen that you don't know about. That's okay.
Okay.
I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is he didn't do what he said he was going to do until the end. But he was doing it the whole time. They acted like he was doing it the whole time.
Well, he was trying.
Really?
He was going to make him suffer, remember? By killing them off one by one.
And then what did he do? Kill them all at once.
And they killed everybody else. And then he killed them all at the end at once.
Sorry for spoiling the movie. He killed them all at the end at once. That's kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, I'll watch the second one.
Oh my god!
But I just want to see how bad it can get because it's pretty.
It's pretty bad.
It's okay to have fantastical things, but I just don't see who is the target audience for this movie. And then
The
when you
same
explain
idiots
those,
for the first night.
no, the first movie is not. The first movie is a drama.
Yeah, and
And the second movie is like a comedy action drama, but it's like grounded essentially.
But when they lost Paul Walker, it's like it's almost like they were Hollywood gold that they couldn't go wrong, and they've kind of used that, as a crutch throughout all these movies, because every time they're paying homage to this guy. And what was he in? The first movie?
I think he died in 8. He died?
Did he last past the first movie?
They literally made a song, and the song's played in every movie since he died.
Oh,
I know the.
I know the song, but I swear it just seems like
Khalifa, don't die. We make paths go around. Things go right. That you haven't heard that song?
I've heard the song.
And the Adam Levine guys, and I think they
Right, and they show him in every movie, and it's,
but he's not dead in the movies. That's what gets me. In the movies, the character's still alive. He's just made the decision to not do stupid stuff to die, and that's the plot. That's like, Brian, whatever white guy name. They give everyone like really stereotypical names, like
Dominique
and Letty.
Yeah.
And what's Tyrese's name? Tyrese? It's probably not Tyrese.
No, it's stupid. I don't know what is
and Ludacris's name is like his name?
Luda.
Thai dog or something
Yeah,
like that.
something ridiculous.
And then what's the British black lady's name from Game of Thrones? Who knows? I didn't even hear it.
I don't remember.
The British guy is Shaw. It's like the most generic thing. Anyway.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna watch
the
it.
most bizarre part of the movie. What was your most bizarre? I think you know what mine was.
The most unrealistic is the kid jumping, but
Not unrealistic, bizarre.
bizarre.
Come on, it was the funniest part of the entire movie.
Bizarre.
John Statham.
Jason Statham
Jason.
or John Cena.
Jason Statham. I got him confused.
Jason Statham. Frank.
And his setup.
Oh, the guy in the bag?
The guy in the bag.
See, I watched Fast 9. I told you I'm streaming something.
Okay.
That's that scene. The first part where he opens the door and the Asian guy's there and he's beating up the guy in the bag. That's the cut. That's like the after credit scene in the last movie. So they planned this. It's not like somebody's just like, okay, let's just do. This is somebody's plan, and no one stopped them from making this.
Oh my gosh, that was planned.
Yeah. So in the last movie, the I've seen credit is Jason Statham beating up a bag, and he opens it, and there's a guy in there like, "Let me up, please, let me up." And then the door knocks, and he opens the door, and there's an Asian guy who's supposed to be dead.
Right.
What's the Asian guy's name?
I don't know.
I'm
not in love with the characters. Okay, I'm sorry.
Ludacris was in it.
Yeah.
You know, Ludacris makes so much money from it. He doesn't make music anymore.
He wasn't really making music before.
No, he was. Move, business, get out the way.
Oh, Ludacris. I'm thinking Tyrese. I'm sorry.
Tyrese.
Yeah. He's a Coca-Cola guy. I mean,
one song.
That's
right?
it. The Coca-Cola guy. He wasn't even singing, really.
Tyrese got one song, right? He's got one. I don't remember.
I don't remember it, though. Yeah, Luda. He's okay.
We know who's watching these movies, though. We know who's watching.
Who's watching?
You know.
No.
You
No.
okay.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
This is Mom's Movie Corner, starring Mom.
We all know who's watching. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm moving past it. I have finished my movie review. But just know.
Gained some weight, huh?
Huh?
Aquaman gained some weight, huh?
Well, I think the CGI making him look younger. Yeah, he did. He had a belly.
He had a belly.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is? He after he did his I'm sure he was like really in shape for Aquaman.
Oh, he
and then
was.
You don't want to do anything.
Yeah, he's like, stop. I didn't understand if his character. I mean,
he's crazy.
I knew he was crazy,
He's not gay.
but why
He's
was he
crazy.
acting so gay? He was painting toenails.
Because
He
gay
wore
people
gay
are-
clothes.
No. He wore fashionably loose clothes. He was into ballet.
Yeah, and
But-
he'd say gay things like. I mean, I shouldn't say that. He would say things like gay guys
He
say.
was a little flamboyant.
Very
But-
flamboyant.
But I think that's why at the beginning his father was like really because his father's like this manly man, rich dude,
Right.
like
And he
deserve
had on the
this.
mustard colored suit,
right,
which is totally different from everybody's black
right.
or navy suit.
Yes.
So he
But
already knew he was different.
Yeah, but I think part of it was he went to the mental asylum. He's a little crazy, and I don't know what that means about gay people.
I
Gay
don't
people are
know, but
crazy.
it doesn't
But
sound good.
I think
here.
it's more like he's just aloof. It's like a Joker thing. If you were to take Joker from any of the Joker movies and put him in another context, whether it's Nicholson or what's the guy who died,
Heath.
Heath Ledger. if you would put them in a different, or even Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin. Yeah.
You put that character and have
You're
him
right.
and reacting
Now
in a
that you
different.
put it that way,
It doesn't look gay. It's
it
just
just
a little
looks
more flamboyant.
flamboyant. Yeah.
Did a fine job as a bad guy. He's
Yeah, I just didn't get the painting fingernail stuff.
crazy.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
he's not super masculine. I think it's
He's
to,
not,
I think it's
no.
to oppose and make him a juxtaposition to like the good guys, because all the good
all
guys
the good
are like
guys,
super
right.
masculine.
Oh,
then-
and that's another thing. Vin Diesel, he bulked down.
He bulked down.
Yeah, he really did.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
I don't care. No more talking about that movie, please. Oh my god. News. That's the wrong one. News. Okay, this past week had a couple things happen. Think a couple things go down, right? So
Yeah.
we got the PlayStation show. We'll talk about a few games there. One thing that was real cool to me, number one.
Yes,
I really excited about the Mortal Kombat trailer. We talked about this last week. There was the teaser for the trailer, and then we have the trailer, so it's confirmed. We have Mortal Kombat 1. We're going back to the first game, but it's really the next game that's the first game. It's kind of cool. We watched the trailer. What did you think of the trailer, Mom?
I wanted to play the game, except for the gore.
The one thing I don't like, there was no game. There was just like a conceptual story.
It was a conceptual story, but that's what it should be. I mean, it's like when I go to the movie, I don't want to know the movie. I just want a trailer.
I want to know what's happening in the game.
But you saw some of the characters. They give you the backstory, so you know. That's it.
No, I think for
He
a
said
game
it can
trailer,
be peaceful.
I think for a game trailer, they should show some semblance of what the gameplay is like.
They're not ready. When's it released?
It's out like in 2 months.
Yeah.
3 months. It's ready.
They're just getting you salivate a little
You know how long it
bit.
takes to make a game like that game?
Oh, years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
3 years, something
Yeah.
like that.
But
They're ready. The game's done. They're gonna print.
I
this
don't
next
blame
month.
them. It's like showing you a little knee
No, that's I
instead
think
of
it's
taking the whole bottom off.
We're not talking about a movie. We're talking about a game.
Okay.
You need to show what the gameplay.
Okay. I think we just disagree. I know exactly what the game is.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
If I show you the last
When I
two
saw
Mortal
the
Kombat trailers,
kills on there,
okay, but if I show you the last 2 Mortal Kombat trailers,
Right.
and then footage of the gameplay, you'll notice that the trailer
mhm,
translates like almost 1-to-1 with what the actual game is like, and those trailers are very different. You'll see, like, if, for example, in the MKX10 trailer, you see 2 characters in the forest, Sub-Zero, Scorpion. You see Scorpion launch himself off a tree. You see them running at each other. You see them breaking bone. That stuff is actually in the game. You press a button to jump off a tree. You can push a thing to run at each other.
and you don't think him jumping in the air.
That might be a fatality, but that's not gameplay. That's like in 11, you saw 2 characters like super up close fighting.
Right.
And they're in a stage and they're hitting each other. They get to a wall, they throw a thing, they did a brutality. And in the game, you do those things. Like, it's in this one, you saw fatalities.
Yeah,
But
but,
there's
they
no
showed the
gameplay.
characters. They gave a little backsplash.
It's kind of like these PlayStation games. You're gonna say like, I have no idea what's happening here.
Mhm.
That's kind of what.
That's how
happened in
you
the trailer.
felt.
Yeah.
I know it's happening because Mortal Kombat is Mortal Kombat. But I do have to say that whoever does the graphics, I mean, it's just beautiful.
I'd say MK is the best looking, as far as realism, video game.
It really
fighting
is.
game. There.
Yeah.
It's pretty strong.
I thought I was watching a movie.
we should watch 11. You'll love 11.
11.
There's some good stuff in 11.
Okay. We
Watch
will.
the fatalities and the friendships and the brutalities.
I
Those are
don't
good.
want to watch the brutality. They were real like that. That's just
No, they're not as real as that.
yeah, that was really real.
That's okay. You'll like them.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. They're pretty dang good.
Okay, I'll take a look.
but I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the story. I'm excited for whatever the gameplay is. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna play it.
Of course.
I like going back to the roots of the first MK. I'm super excited. I just wish they showed more gameplay, which they will show more gameplay in 2 weeks, I believe. At
See
the
what I
video
mean?
game. That's okay, but I think a first trailer should,
Then what are they going to
especially
show you in the next one? If they show you
no,
the
next thing
gameplay.
they're gonna show gameplay. It's not gonna,
Right.
but a first trailer, especially for a game with a community like this, should reflect, because it the whole point of a trailer is to inspire and hype and get people excited for the thing. It's not just to show the thing. But some trailers are literally just to show the thing. Some trailers are, you build them for different things. This is a game with a very big community,
Absolutely.
and so you should build the trailer to hype them up for the game. 'Cause
Okay. They're going to play it, right? Regardless.
yeah, but part of that hype is the YouTube videos, the Twitch, the or not the Twitch, the TikToks and the speculation. But there's not a lot to go off of here on the game. There's not a lot to say. Maybe that's there.
I don't think any of their fans are going to say, I'm not playing that because they didn't give me enough.
No one's gonna say they're not.
And in
playing
2
it.
weeks, you're
But
going to
there's-
get more with
there's
the
more-
gameplay.
Sure, but now with what we have, there's not as much to say.
So what? Okay, but what are you supposed to do? They're supposed to release that one with gameplay, and then 2 weeks later, do what?
No, I didn't say release the one with gameplay. I said make this trailer should have been.
I know, but if
Okay.
it had been, then they
Yeah.
wouldn't be releasing anything in 2 weeks.
No, it didn't have to have gameplay in the trailer. But it should be indicative of gameplay. I'll show you after the show. I'll show you the first trailers for the other two games, which have no gameplay in them, and show you what the actual games look like, and you'll be like, "Oh, I see what you're saying."
Yeah,
Because
because right now I don't.
right now I think you're not.
I think they did
you're
fine,
for a trailer. It's fine.
Yeah.
For a trailer,
but
It's
you're
just-
whining about it.
I'm not whining. I'm
Like,
saying.
is that the thing?
I'm saying it's a bad trailer for a game that's already established. It's kind of bad.
Okay.
Because one thing with fighting games, which is different from other games generally, right? If I bought Halo, I know in the next Halo I'm gonna essentially be shooting. There might be different weapons. I might be able to like jetpack a little bit or something, but essentially it's the same type of thing. In a fighting game, and the thing that makes fighting games successful
Mhm.
is that the next game functionally, technically, is different. While you
Okay.
may be able to have the same characters and some of the same moves,
Mm-hmm.
there's stuff to learn and do differently from the last game. So not showing any of that is kind of, I think, bad.
Okay.
I'll show you later.
I'm with you. So we're going to PlayStation now?
Yes, now we'll talk about all the stuff on the PlayStation. So I forced you to watch this because you wouldn't watch it.
You hand fed me.
So you pick a game first, and then I'll pick a game, and we'll talk about what we saw. I overall thought the presentation was pretty good.
Yeah.
For there are a lot of big games. We had a lot of release dates. We had a lot of. I think the trailers overall were good, except for a few of them, like that marathon game. That game is a remake of a game that came out like 30 years ago. But you don't get that's the one where the guy was running and it shows tech stuff and he's running, it's just tech stuff and he runs outside and gets shot in the face.
Right.
And it's a marathon and you're like, oh, you gotta run a marathon.
Right.
That's what you said. It's a remake of a game from 30 years ago, which is fine, but you don't get that from them.
Okay.
Pick a game. Let's talk about a few of them.
Synapse.
Oh God. Okay, what'd you think about that one?
First person shooter. Is that the right way to describe it?
That's the right way to describe it.
Okay. It's kind of like a mind game, and you're going into it pretending.
It's a VR game, right?
Yeah, and you're pretending that you can move people or you can move people with your glove, right? You can shoot them. I don't know.
What drew you to that game?
What did I think of it?
What drew you to want to talk about that game?
Because it was about like a mind game, the synapse part of it. But it looks like after a while it might get boring.
Okay.
I mean, you can play it for a while, but then it's like, okay, where's
How
that
long
going?
do you think a game like that is?
How long? I mean, to win, to get through it?
Finish.
Probably.
There's not a lot of winning in games these days.
Oh, finish. I'm sorry.
It's kind of weird, but yeah.
Probably about 12 hours.
No, it's a VR game. I'd say VR games are on average 5 to 6 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I said. Boring.
That's not.
I just don't think it would last very long.
Movies used to be like 20 or 30 minutes. You know why?
Why? People get bored?
No, they don't think people are comfortable sitting in the seat with a bunch of other people staring at a screen. It's the same with the VR stuff. People tend to not play for hours on end because they get nauseous or they don't. If it feels weird, like stuck in a spot
Right.
and then you open. So those games tend to be 5 to 6.
Yeah. It is like a real mental thing, So, I don't know. Maybe I would play it just to see what it's like.
Okay.
But I think after a while, it's like, that's enough.
All right.
Your turn.
One game I thought was cool to see, Dragon's Dogma 2. I tried to get you to watch this trailer twice, and both times you're looking at your phone, so I know you were because you said at the end of the trailer there wasn't even a dragon there, and there were at least 2. At minimum, there were 2 dragons. And you said after watching twice, there's no dragon. So I know you didn't watch it very thoroughly.
My note says this game has a dragon fighting. Looks like fun. Looks like there's friendship and action. So,
so Dragon's Dogma is it's an RPG.
Mhm.
You remember RPG?
Real play.
No, role play
game.
Try it.
I was close.
You guess. I wouldn't say that's a try. It's a guess.
3 letters out of 4.
3 letters out of
Roll,
4? There are
real,
3 letters and 3 words.
Roll real playing game. I was almost there.
Okay. Anyway, so the hook of Dragon's Dogma, it's a sword and sorcery type of game. In the first one, you can make a character and you can make a sidekick, kind of your slave, actually. I think they're called something along the lines of pawns.
Okay.
And then other people download your pawns and use them in their game.
Oh.
But one big hook of this game was your character could grab stuff and grab enemies. So you fight a troll, you can grab the troll's foot and he's kicking you around and you can stab him in the butt and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a really cool game.
Okay.
This one I'm super excited. I didn't think we were going to get a second one. We are getting a second one. They're really fun to play. Hopefully this one is full multiplayer because it'd be cool to play with other people. But it looks great too. The game looks great. It just looks like Dragon's Dogma again, which is fine.
Yeah.
But it's got really cool mechanics. For example, nighttime is because it's a sword and sword. There are no lights. It's just moonlight, and it's like pitch black.
Ooh.
You have different enemies out, and if you don't have certain lights or stuff, it's pretty tough.
Okay.
And there's a day-night cycle, and the game it's like if you thought Dark Souls was hard, some of this game is like way harder than that. So
Ooh.
it's pretty good. Next one.
This game, it's not gonna bode well for me. Revenant. You remember that one? It had a lot of French music. It had a cat.
You just talking about the ones you don't like? Is that what's going on?
I'm just talking about the ones I saw.
Well, you saw them all.
I saw
wanted to
all
talk
of
about
them.
the ones you want to talk about.
Oh,
So
okay.
what do you think about Revenant?
Well, not much. I had no idea what the hell it was about.
Huh?
Now, you're talking about a trailer before that it should have shown these things. Yeah, this is the epitome of that. I have no idea what this game is about.
True.
I saw a cat, and I'm thinking, oh, it's like Stray. That is a game that I played.
Yeah, and the only relation between the two is that there's a cat.
That's it. Because I have no idea what this game is about. They showed us nothing. There was nothing to this. But one of the games I did like, that was one I didn't like, and I'll keep it short. Immortals of Avium?
I just want to remind you, we made a whole list of games we're going to talk about, and the past four you brought up,
They weren't on the list. Okay.
Not at all. Continue. Immortals of Avium.
But I really like this one.
That's the cinematic first person.
Yeah, my notes say now we're talking gaming. Okay? Looks like what? It looks like kind of a movie, and it plays like a movie, and the actual human beings look like perfect. Almost like the Immortal Kombat. I mean, just perfectly done. So the first person point of view, POV, I guess, and it's action packed. Looks like a lot of changes as the levels change, and lots of challenges. So it's a chance to earn items, kill things, and it makes me want to play this game. You have this game?
No, it's not out yet.
Oh, I thought maybe.
That's why they put out trailers.
It seems
things
like
that are going to come.
All of these games.
It's a brand new.
It's
game.
brand new. Okay, it looks like fun though.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I when I saw the trailer, the first thing that came to my mind is we live in a gaming time where it's not good enough to be just a not bad game.
Really?
Games have to be like great on so many different levels because people when I was a kid, you had actual bad games.
Yeah. Lots.
And now you have games that just aren't popular and become bad because of that, but there's nothing wrong with them. This looks like one of those games that it has good graphics, the gameplay looks engaging, there's a story and writing.
I said that, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's gonna catch on because of sensibilities and tastes. It might become one of those bad games that no one
Well, I want you to pull it up for me, and we're gonna play it. Are they free?
Okay. No, games aren't free.
No, I mean, but you got the memberships and stuff.
That one probably is not free.
Okay, we won't have to play it.
We can play it. It's fine. But it's just I thought it looked good. It
did. It really did. So we agree. Okay.
All right, you want to pick a game we actually talked about talking about?
Alan Wake.
Okay, Alan Wake 2. So I remember your initial reaction to that trailer.
What?
You're like, why would I ever want to see this garbage? It's something along those lines.
That's exaggerating a little bit. It was all right with the graphics. That's what it was. I didn't like the lack of realism, and you had to explain to me the different things are
what
done.
What wasn't realistic for you?
It just didn't look as clean as like the Avium game or the Mortal Kombat game. And you said that
I think you're confused. I think you're like what is it, conflating realism and like detail, because I think they're both equally realistic. I just think you're looking. One is like Alan Wake. If you look at the game, it kind of has this sepia dark filter.
Yeah.
But I think it looks just as realistic as the what's the name? Infinite Ax. What's it called? The other game?
Avium. Immortals of Avium.
I think it looks the same, except that game is more whitewash, bright, faded. But I think they're equally.
Well, I conceded to that because of the type of game it is. It's like a murder mystery and monsters and demons from hell and all that stuff. Scary. It's not clear. It's not sharp and bright. But it's theatrical. I would play it.
You said you didn't look interesting.
I would play it. Maybe I just need
I think if you play the first one, you'll be very excited for
I
the second.
thought I had played that one. That's
No.
not the guy that's running from place to place. What
You
was?
mean Mario? What, can you be more
No,
specific?
it was this guy. It was a murder mystery. It was a guy,
Well, not a murder
and he'd
mystery.
go from different places,
Uh-huh.
and he'd run around, and
Did he jump some- did he move?
things were trying to kill him, but he'd go from different parts of the game to another part, and never mind.
Yeah, I see. That's
I
you
could
know you've
swear
done
I've
more.
played this
You
Alan
have,
Wake.
no, Mom. You've done more hours of this podcast than you have played games. Okay, don't. We can play Alan Wake. I've got the remake, so we can
Okay.
play the remake. I think you'll really like it. It's kind of your. It's for people who like books.
Does it rain
and
a lot?
Stephen King's and Dane Koontz.
Does it rain a lot in the?
I would no.
Oh,
There's some rain.
are there like bridges?
Sure, it's kind of it's heavily inspired on by Twin Peaks. So there,
You know, I
there are
never
a
saw
couple
that
bridges, huh?
No, I never saw that.
You never saw? Yeah, we talked about that. You
Yeah.
never saw Twin Peaks. It's on HBO.
I-
Sorry, it's on Max.
I don't care.
It's good.
Okay.
You're not gonna watch it. Binge watch Snowfall, but you won't watch. You should watch it. It's good.
I might. Right.
Okay, well, I think you'll like Alan Wake 2. We'll have to figure out on October 17th. I'll pick a game that was actually on the list of games you said we're talking about. Snake Eater. Metal Gear Solid 3. We're getting a remake. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Okay.
I'm excited but also very worried.
Delta Snake.
Is that what you wrote down? Delta Snake?
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake.
It's
The Snake Eater?
it's Delta because there's three sides like a triangle. It's three. Metal Gear Solid.
Delta Snake.
It's not. I don't think it's called Delta Snake.
Well, it's the
I
Metal
don't think
Gear
it's called
Solid.
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Anyway, I'm excited. I think
Okay.
it looks great. I'm worried though because the original creator isn't making it. He and the company making it had a big tiff about 7 years ago and split up. And one thing is I read, I don't know if it's true.
Uh-huh.
So usually you remake a game, you record new voices. They're not doing any of that. They're taking the same old voices from the original game.
Oh my.
And I don't know if that's because the actors don't want to participate because of the tiff between the original creator, or if this is some other reason. I don't know why. So in Metal Gear Solid 5, Kiefer Sutherland is the voice.
Okay.
And the 6 games before that, it's David Hayter.
Oh.
But instead they're just copying threes like from the old game and putting. I don't know if it makes me wonder how much of this game is just a money grab.
Yeah.
Actual remake.
I can agree to that. I thought I had notes, but my audio just went nuts on me.
It was the one with like the fly. And
I
the
know
frog
the
eats
anaconda
fly,
grabs
and
it, and then there's a guy in the pond. His name is Snake. But my notes go on like, okay, shit, Garia, some music, as you're almost like James Bond. I have no idea what that means.
You wrote it. I
spoke it. It did not interpret my words correctly.
Okay.
My God, anaconda grabs it, and then there's a guy in the pond, and his name is Snake Eater. I don't know.
Okay.
I think we should have conversations when I'm taking notes.
Yeah. We'll see how that game does. But along with that, we're getting the original 3 games. So 1, 2, and 3 are being released on PlayStation 5.
Okay.
And other systems, I think, as well. So you'll be able to play those again. Those are classic games. And they're really good. So if you're looking to play some Metal Gear, it's coming your way. I think 1, 2, and yeah, 1, 2, and 3 are just great games. They're
Okay.
good.
Did we say Resident Evil?
No, the
Oh,
4
yeah.
VR. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, Resident Evil 4 VR.
Right.
Looks cool. Looks great.
I
We
got
knew it.
scared just
We
looking
knew
at
they were
it.
doing it. You're scared looking at it. Oh, I wanted to talk to you, but anyway, that's done. All right, 4 VR.
Oh, we're done?
Did you notice in your Fast and Furious trailers a game that you also saw a trailer for?
In the Fast and Furious trailer?
In before the Fast and Furious,
Okay.
there are trailers. That's how movie.
Oh, you know what? I purposely got there late. I did not want to see the trailers. I did not.
That Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Oh, I walked in at
There's
the
a
very
movie.
end of that.
Yeah, there's a movie.
Yeah. That's a game.
It's a game. You can play it on the. I think that'll be a game. It's a scary game.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's a
Yeah.
horror game. And it's probably a perfect game for you because you just gotta click.
I can just
Move your
click and
mouse.
move.
You click and move your mouse.
Okay. If you have it, I'll play it.
That'll be fun. We got also Street Fighter 6 coming out June 2nd, around the corner this week, Friday.
Right. I thought it was 5.
6.
We're down 5. Or I
It's 6.
spoke 5, I guess.
Probably spoke 5. It's 6.
I didn't like the facial hair. Remember?
Yeah, you didn't like Ree's facial hair. Why? You just thought like
It wasn't
It was
clean.
bummy.
It was bummy.
He is a bum.
He
He's a
definitely
hermit.
is.
He's a nomad.
Yeah, it just looked kind of ragged.
That's the
But the
character.
game looked good. It looked exciting.
A lot of feet.
Yeah, it's Street Fighter.
True. It is Street Fighter. We also had Final Fantasy 16 coming out on the 22nd of June. So another big game coming soon. What do you think of that trailer?
Must have liked it. Oh, Final Fantasy 16, Salvation. Crystals. Oh, there were crystals and lizard monsters.
Yeah.
Okay, it's almost cartoonish though. I think that's what I thought of it.
Final Fantasy is always a little anime.
Yeah, very anime, very artistic. I like the colors and stuff. I didn't like that things were dying. I was kind of sad and people crying, and I could play it, but it's
I
kind
think
of
a Final Fantasy
depressing.
game is probably something you want to do later, because
Yeah.
that's if you play Final Fantasy like a regular person.
What
that
does
could
that
be-
mean? Like a regular? What makes me irregular?
Because there's some people play these games and finish them in 10 hours, and
Oh,
other
my.
people average like 30.
How
hours.
can they? They must go through a box of Kleenex. It looks really sad.
I don't think people the crying slows people down. I don't think so.
All right.
Helldivers 2.
Hell who?
Helldivers 2. It's the one where the trailer had the guy kind of like a military commercial, join the military.
Oh yeah, the funny one.
Yeah, the funny one. It looks good. Helldivers 2 looks good. Helldivers is a fun game to play. I only played it a few times, but it's cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
I thought it looked really impressive, especially. I mean, it's just a trailer, but
Right.
the guy at the beginning looked like a real guy for a while.
He did. He really did.
Pretty
It was
good.
like a military recruiting commercial for a while. Kind of funny. Said I'd watch you play this.
True. We've got Arizona Sunshine 2, zombie killing game.
Oh yeah,
I think you like those.
looks fun. Muddy graphics, but
Muddy graphics, but okay.
yeah, because you really want to see those zombies bleed.
We had
Semi-realism.
true. A big announcement: the PlayStation devices that were there. So they have a new set of earbuds. coming
Project
out.
Q. Is that what
Well,
they call it?
No, the earbuds are the earbuds.
Oh.
And Project Q is.
Oh, is the other thing. I'm so sorry.
So we have the earbuds coming out. The earbuds like headphones. Or
Right.
and then we have Project Q, which is the screen controller.
Yeah,
thing.
like a Vita.
Maybe we don't know exactly what it is. Maybe
It's a handheld,
It is a handheld, but we don't know how it operates. It could be
like a Vita.
It could be its own device, like a Vita, or could just be like a second screen for your PlayStation where you can play it somewhere else in the house, or it could be like your Stream Deck type. We don't know yet.
Yeah, that's why they call it Project Q, to sort of gain interest in it.
What's the Q mean? Explain that Y again to me.
Probably read up to, R is next and then S. I don't know. Why is it Project Q?
I don't know. You said you knew
Well,
why.
that's what they called
That's
it.
probably why they call
They
it Q.
called it that. But they did it like out of intrigue or something, you know?
Everything is called Project something.
Right.
Before it has a name.
So they just picked a letter.
But why'd you say that's why they call it Project Q?
Because they wanted to get some excitement and interest.
Is Q an exciting letter?
It is. What other letter is like Q?
V. V would have been really exciting because people would instantly say V is for Vita 2.
Exactly. And that's why they didn't use it. Because if they use V, people say, oh, it's a Vita. I did.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm excited for that. I think it's going to be cool.
It looks like fun.
And we got 2 more games left. So there's Phantom Blade Zero, new game from a new studio that no one knows about. The game looks really good and action packed and interesting, which makes me feel like it's fake. Because it's not often you get that kind of stuff from an unestablished studio. It's the Chinese one where the guy had the hat and he ran in, he chopped guys up, and then he ran up the wall and jumped through the thing, and he's fighting on the carriage, and 2 guys on the left.
Okay,
right.
and that's what my notes say too. It says excellent fighting karate game, lots of blood and mayhem. Graphics, is that relevant? It's such a violent game. Looks fun, but I can't tell what's happening because there's too much happening.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot happening.
That's a lot.
And then when you see the combat looks, it's like either it's very intricate or it's extremely simple.
It's extremely simple, and you can't figure it out.
What? What do you mean?
Because it's, I don't know. It's like, what is happening?
Well, I say it's either really intricate or really simple because you see a guy dodging, parrying, blocking, attacking multiple enemies at once, all in one scene in like 3 seconds. And it's like really fluid. So it's either an automatic 1-button, 2-button thing, or it's an intricate thing and you got to get skilled at it. And that makes, to me, it looks so fake. Not like the visuals look fake or the movement looks fake. I just don't believe this game is like real.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not going to come out, or it's going to come out and be something completely different.
Oh, like that.
Kind of like those ads you see in for a mobile game, and then you download the game and it's
nothing like it.
Ad.
What is that about?
Huh?
What is that about? Why do they do that? I downloaded the fish game.
Which one is the fish?
The one where you eat fish that amount to 5 points, 10 points. You have to eat more and have more
the
points.
One where like you're at 5 points, you gotta eat the 2 point, then you get 7 points.
Or the 20 point will eat you.
Yeah. You know what someone should do? What I would do if I knew how to make a game, I would just look at those ads and then make those
and make that game, right?
Because people want to play this.
Because
it's so weird. They make these fake things instead of just actually making the game.
I got so excited, and so I downloaded the game.
It's not that at all.
It's nothing like that. And I'm like, okay, so when do we get to that part?
Or the one, there's always the one where it's like the little guy and all the girls with big boobs, they like got more points and they kick him off, and then the next one beats him up. So you didn't see the one, there's like a little cartoon guy.
Okay.
And the girl opens the door and it looks like he's masturbating, but he's not. He's rubbing his sword, he's cleaning his sword. So she kicks him out the castle and he loses like 20 points. He's like at 100 and jumps down to 80 and he falls at the bottom of the castle. And then the girl has 81 points. The castle guard, so she hits him, and then he falls into the ocean. Now he's got 50 points. And then the big giant whale woman picks him up with her boot. You haven't seen this on Instagram?
No.
Next time I find it, I'm sending it to you.
Send it to me. What
And then
about the one where you remove the pins and the coal or the
to
water
get it to drop down.
or the king?
Well, that King game, they actually added those to the game because people were complaining.
They didn't do the king. I have not saved the king once.
Well, so that game, the one with the king, you gotta save him from the
Right.
water. They added those, so they made the ads. They're fake, and then they added those levels to the game. But you got to play like 10 of the whatever the real game is
The fake game.
to get to the level.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I deleted it.
But like the one you were talking about with the pins and stuff.
Right.
Those are they're actual games you can find that is that game because they're just copying. They're making the ad look like another game that was popular. Like cut the rope, I think is the one you're thinking about. Instead of pins, you cut the rope to get the thing to drop.
Yeah.
Right. That's the game you're looking for, but they make their game look like that in the ad, and you open the ad.
It's
and
nothing like that.
Anyway,
I'm suing. Can I sue them?
Yeah,
it's false
waste the
advertising.
money doing that. Okay.
Well, I don't want money. I want them to give me the game that I paid for. Okay, but that I download it for free.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Spider-Man.
That's my space.
The big game. See, this game showed gameplay with Spider-Man 2, Electric Boogaloo, Marvel.
Catching up.
You saw that trailer.
Yes.
You liked it. You were jumping in your seat.
I was.
Oh,
that was a long one, the 10-minute one. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
I'm excited. I'll play the first game for you so you can watch that. The games look great. They feel like Spider-Man games. You can do Spider-Man things. In this one, you have both Spider-Men.
Yes,
which is cool.
That's cool.
They're sticking to. Well, we have the introduction of multiple other characters. You have Venom,
right?
You have Kraven the Hunter here, and I'm sure we have the Lizard.
Yeah, the Lizard.
So it seems real cool.
Really good graphics. And looks good.
Everyone's pretty excited for it. Some people complain like these set piece things are stupid. Don't buy the game. Go play Guild Wars or something.
And I like it that you could actually see the game and what they can do.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes of gameplay. So
yeah, that was fun. I was at the edge of my seat.
That out at the end of the year at some point. Okay. 2023, and I'm excited for this game to come out and release because the next game is Wolverine.
Ooh.
Which
is that right?
Yeah, the next one, which I'm excited for. The last Wolverine game was out also very good, not by the same company, of course, but it's always fun to be Wolverine. Yeah, that was a PlayStation Showcase. There were like 40 other games.
Yes, I have notes on all of them.
You do, and you brought up the ones we said we weren't going to talk about.
Filled a little bit.
We talked about like 20 of the 40. But yeah, so anything else?
All I got.
Okay.
Unless you... The Five Nights at Freddy. I had that.
That was the news. I have a toy review out tomorrow.
All right.
Which will be Monday.
What are you going to review?
The Gladiator Batman. I painted.
Ooh, you did paint him. That's great.
I did paint him. If you saw the stream, you saw me open it. I painted. Looks like there. The review will be out on Monday, sometime in the morning. You got anything going on, Mom?
No, just trying to get my life together. Next steps. Learn a new trade. Still got a lot of living to do. Keep the mind fresh.
Right, sounds good. Well, this has been the Super Chevy Brothers episode 116, most likely. The Fast Furious episode. Thanks for listening. You can catch us on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all at Super Chevy Bros, and Facebook as well, if you're old enough to still use that. You can interact with us on any of those. Discord will be open again at some point soon as well.
Is it closed now?
It's not closed. There's no updates.
They're just making sure there's no more secrets, right? Military secrets. That's how the guy was sharing them on Discord.
Oh, the Discord guy. No, there's no. No
I
one's
thought
looking at
maybe
us.
they shut it down for that.
They didn't shut down Discord. No.
They should have.
Why? So if he sent the stuff in the mail to 30 people, they should have shut down the
Shut
post.
down the mail.
And if he emailed them through Gmail, they should have said no more Gmail.
Shut down the Gmail.
Have a good It's Memorial
Day, yeah.
Have a good Memorial Day.
The good old USA.
I know we barbecue for Memorial Day, but why don't we get the sales? Veterans Day gets the sales.
There are sales. Memorial Day is large items. Large items and clothing.
Why though?
Like furniture, mattresses.
Veterans Day, I kind of get why there are no sales because they're dead.
No, it's veterans. It's the same thing.
No,
Veterans and Memorial.
Veterans are alive. Memorials for the dead.
Right,
So
but they
dead people
still
can't
have
buy
sales.
stuff.
Yeah. No, they don't buy stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
the live
So-
people. Yeah.
Huh? For the dead? Like
Oh no. There's a celebration in the streets, parades.
But parades for the dead makes sense.
Absolutely. So there's
Buying
lots
a-
of those.
A mattress for the dead?
Not four. It happens.
Okay, on Veterans Day when there's sales, the sales are for veterans.
No, companies.
No.
All
no,
sales are for companies.
No, the sales. No, the people go and buy stuff. It's veterans.
Right. They don't buy it for veterans.
Veterans buy stuff for themselves. That's buying it for veterans. You get a bigger discount if you're a veteran.
You're going to get that every day now.
Yeah, but on Veterans Day, it can be like so big.
No, it didn't have to be.
If you're a veteran on Veterans Day, you go eat. There's like a 80% chance it's free.
And in some cases, every day.
If you go on a regular day,
They don't take care of their
there's like
veterans' medical or their homes, so they figure we'll feed you. Yeah.
yeah. But if you go on a regular day, like Tuesday, July 1st, there's like only a 10% chance it's free.
That's close to the 4th of July. I don't know. That's
Well, 4th
another-
of July, it goes back to 80.
Well, all I can say is the companies benefit from all the holidays because they have sales.
Yeah, of course. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But I don't think it matters who's alive and dead. President's Day,
Well,
they're not
President's Day-
honoring the live ones
No, that
necessarily.
makes sense because what do you buy stuff with money? Who's on money? Presidents.
Okay,
President's Day.
that's it. I thought I was the bad joke.
That's not a joke. That's really why you have sales. You
That
don't have
is
sales on
not why you
Kwanzaa.
have sales. So explain Christmas.
What do you mean? What do you mean explain Christmas?
And then why we have sales
No,
for
that
Christmas.
is the holiday for buying anyway.
So who buys on Christmas?
Everyone.
Jesus?
Even the Jews.
Okay.
Everyone buys gifts. It doesn't matter. Don't you think that's why everyone put their holidays around Kwanzaa's around Christmas, the Jew things around what's it called? Hanukkah is around Christmas. I'm sure some witch thing is around Christmas. Muslims probably do something around Christmas. Canadians made up in English made up
Okay.
Boxing Day around
Explain
Christmas.
Halloween.
Huh? Halloween sales? What are the sales on?
Everything.
Not really.
Yeah.
Candy.
And home decor and all that. They've turned it into another.
I don't know. I don't remember a
Holiday.
Halloween sale. Like on things that aren't themed.
They
Halloween.
start selling for Christmas on Halloween. They start having sales. Trust me. Watch
I don't
out
know.
for
We'll
it.
have to test this theory.
We will test the theory. Everyone who's listening, all 1 million listeners, hang on to that thought.
You don't have to poke at me like that. 1 million listeners. You don't have to do that. All 12 of you.
All of you,
We'll
just
keep
hang on
going.
to that theory. We'll see what goes on
You
sale
know,
for
that
Halloween.
Halloween stuff's coming soon. You're gonna have to play scary games.
I will. I'll be ready.
You say that, but you haven't gotten past Uncharted yet.
That's not scary.
Exactly. You should be able to get through that game.
I want to get through Last of Us game.
That's
scary.
yeah, but let's try Mario first.
It's not scary.
I gotta get you technically ready. Play whatever you want. Just play something.
Okay, we'll do that, and we'll be on video next time.
No, we gotta make sure you can play first.
Oh, okay.
Then we'll do video.
We'll work on it.
All right. Have a good day. Super Chevy Buzz.
Bye.